A VPN does not work and it's only going to lead to another banned account. Here's why. Say you're trying to create another account on Reddit. There's Reddit. Could be another platform, could be OnlyFans, could be dating apps, could be Facebook. You're trying to create another account after an account has already been banned and they've likely banned your IP address. That's why you're using a VPN or a proxy in the first place, right? And so the point of using a proxy IP address is to be able to create another account without them knowing that you're using the IP address that is already associated with a banned account. So here's your computer. Boom. It's a shitty little computer, but it is your computer nonetheless. So you're trying to create another account on Reddit and you're using something in between your computer and the Reddit or whatever social media platform you're using. You're trying to create another account on. And so in between this is going to be a VPN or a proxy. It will actually be a proxy, but a lot of you think that you can use a VPN, and I'm going to tell you why you can't. All right, so here's the proxy IP to be exact. Now, the point of using a proxy IP is to still look like you're using the computer from your house, but in between your computer and Reddit, you're tricking it into thinking that it's coming from a different house, because usually there's only one IP address associated with one account, unless you've got multiple internet service providers or whatever. Could be a list of reasons. But what you're trying to do is look like you're still using the computer from a house, but you're using it from a different house with a different IP address. Now, why doesn't a VPN do this? Because an IP address at a house is normally staying still. Why? Because your house can't move. A house is standing still. And so because of this, you need what is called a static residential proxy IP in order to pull this off. Why? Because static means stay still and residential means house. And so the only way that you can pull off creating another account on a platform like Reddit is by still looking like a real person, and a real person is usually accessing the computer from a house that's standing still. It could also be a mobile phone, but those mobile proxies, that's a whole different thing. So you want a static residential proxy IP because it looks like it is coming from a house that is standing still. Static means stay still. Residential obviously means house. Now, why doesn't a VPN do this? Because here's your computer. You're trying to create another account on Reddit by looking like you're still a normal person, just chilling at a house that's standing still. But then here's what the VPN does. A VPN hides your IP by jumping around to all these different locations. Now, when you set up a VPN, usually it'll let you pick the country. So for example, you might pick USA, but all that means is that the VPN is going to look like it's coming from the USA. It doesn't mean that it's going to look like it's coming from a house that's standing still in the USA, because the purpose of a VPN, all they're saying is that they're going to hide your IP address. That's right. They're not wrong. They're not fooling you, but what they are doing is not what you need. They say they're going to hide your IP address. And by jumping around to all these different houses, looking like the IP address is coming from a different location all the time, they are successfully hiding your IP address. But guess what? Reddit sees this. Reddit sees that the IP address is jumping around the place, and they say, this user is trying to hide their identity because they must be using a VPN. And why would they be trying to hide their identity? Oh, well, it's probably because they've been banned. And you don't want Reddit to think this. You don't want Reddit to know that you're hiding your IP address. And so when you use a VPN, it is blatantly telling the platform that you're creating an account on that you are trying to hide your IP address. Now, VPN is not lying. They're not fooling you into saying they're doing something that they're not. It is simply just not the thing you need. And what you're doing is you're getting confused. When you hear VPN say it's hiding your IP, you're thinking, brilliant, my IP is banned. That's why I can't create more accounts. And by hiding it, I can create different accounts. Well, this is not the case. You need to still look like a normal user that is typically just using their computer at home. And guess what? Homes don't bounce around the USA. Homes don't bounce around to different states, constantly looking like the connection is coming from a different location every time. Homes usually just stand still, and that is usually where you're using your laptop. And so therefore, the only way this can work is if you use a static residential proxy. There you go. That's a whole bunch of scribble, but you heard me. Static residential proxy. Now, there's a couple of other factors that come into it. The static residential proxy also needs to be high quality. And the other thing is that you can optionally use a mobile proxy, because guess what? Most people are usually accessing Reddit from either a computer at their house that's standing still or a mobile device. And so therefore, if you use a mobile proxy IP, it tricks Reddit into thinking that you are accessing their platform using a mobile device. And so there's nothing wrong with that either, but they are a lot more expensive, and that's a whole lot of kettle of fish. Now, if you're trying to create additional accounts on dating apps, like I said at the start of this video, then a static residential proxy will not work. There's a whole list of reasons. I've got heaps of videos on this, but you'll want a mobile proxy. So don't confuse this video thinking that a static residential proxy will work with dating apps. I'm mainly just talking about Reddit and some other platforms that are similar to Reddit, but dating apps are totally different. All right, so point of this is that VPNs don't work. VPNs say they're going to hide your IP, and that is true. They do hide your IP address, but you don't want the platform to see that you're trying to hide your IP address. That's the whole point. And they'll say, why is this user trying to hide their IP address? Well, it's probably because they've done something wrong. Otherwise, they wouldn't do that. And therefore, they'll just ban that account too. So you want to use a static residential proxy, and you want to use a high quality one, because if it is low quality, then this pretty much means that it's going to flag the platform into knowing that it's a proxy that you're trying to hide your IP. But that's a whole other thing as well, all right? All right, so I hope this helped. Point is, no VPNs. I get so many comments on my YouTube videos saying that I'm using a VPN, I'm using your method, and my account's still getting banned. Wrong. VPN is not my method, all right? Anyway, as usual, if you like the video, go smash the like button, smash subscribe button. And if you want to know additional information, you want to know exactly how to set up accounts like Reddit or dating apps, as I said, which is a whole different method, then click the link below to join my school. You'll find me and a whole bunch of other legends inside that'll be able to help you do this, help you scale your OnlyFans management agency to 7 figures inside it. So, as usual, I'll see you on another video. If you like the video, smash like button, smash subscribe button, as I said, and I'll see you on the next one.